Mason here, and I'll be showing you 4 exercises that's gonna help strengthen your spine to increase your longevity, your mobility and agility, and just overall better injury prevention. So the first one we have is called QL extensions. You're gonna get on a back extension machine, except you're gonna get on it sideways. QL stands for quadratus lumborum. It's your lower back muscle that runs diagonally, not straight up and down. So in order to train it, you have to move diagonally. So top foot is gonna be out in front. You can use a dumbbell if you would like. You're gonna grab that weight, and then you are going to slowly go down, get a good stretch, and then come back up. Keep your chest facing that way. Do not rotate your chest as you go down. Stay facing this way. Go nice, slow, and controlled. As far down as you can. Slight pause, and then come up. You're gonna do the same thing for the other side. I like to do 2 sets, 10 to 12 reps each side. If you can't do it with weight just yet, body weight will work. All right, we just got done training the QL extensions. Now we're going to train the dumbbell pullover. So with today's day and age, everyone's always in that rounded position, right? Whether you're sitting at school or at work or you're driving, everyone's posture gets rounded. This dumbbell pullover is gonna help open up the upper spine to help increase your posture and just your shoulder mobility and shoulder health in general. So yeah, let's get into it. You're gonna get a bench or whatever, and you're gonna place the edge of the bench below your shoulder blades, just like this. You're gonna grab a light dumbbell to start out with. Keep your hips low, arms straight up holding the dumbbell, and you move from the shoulder. You don't move from the elbow. This is not a skull crusher. You move from the shoulder joint, keeping your hips low to get a greater stretch. So it's just like this. Go nice and slow, as far back as you can without pain. Slight pause, and then come straight up. Don't bring the dumbbell all the way up over here. Just bring it straight up. Let's do that again. Nice, slow. Keep the hips slow. Don't let the hips rise up. Keep them low. Get a greater stretch. Oh, it feels really good. So you can also move up and down the bench if you'd like to hit different parts of your spine. So that was kind of my upper middle. Now I'm gonna do a little bit more of my middle. So I'll move up a little bit, same thing. Get a nice big stretch, and then come up. So that is the dumbbell pullover. I like to do 2 sets of 10 reps, and that just helps open up that chest muscle as well, because your chest and your shoulders get tight from being in that rounded position all the time and being overused. So whenever you get in this dumbbell pullover position, it stretches out that chest muscle because your chest inserts from the sternum into the humerus. So if we can create distance there, you're gonna create better flexibility overall and just better posture. So that's a dumbbell pullover. So this next exercise is called the Jefferson curl. So first we just got done with the QL, which is training diagonally. And then we have the dumbbell pullover, which is that extension of your thoracic spine, your upper back. Now we're gonna be training your spine in that rounded position. So throughout all of exercise, you're always taught to keep your spine straight, right? So you're kind of stronger in that straightened position, but the moment you get rounded in some real world activity, you're weak and vulnerable and more likely to get injured. So if we can train and strengthen our weaknesses, we are better protected in the real world and have better longevity. So that's what we'll be doing here. So I'm gonna get on an elevated surface just because I've been training this for a while, so my hamstrings are a little bit more flexible. But if you're tight, do this on normal flat ground. But the more flexible you get, the higher the surface you stand on. So you're gonna grab 2 light weights, nice and tall. And the first thing you wanna do is round your shoulders forward and then your spine. Act like your spine is a chain link, moving 1 little vertebrae at a time. So in this position, round the shoulders, round the spine, keep the legs locked out, and then come up that same rounded way. Keep your legs straight to get that stretch behind the hamstrings. Yeah, you're going as much rounded as possible on the way down and keeping your spine as much rounded as possible on the way up. Nice, slow and controlled. Let's do that again. Round, go down as far as you can. And then come back up. I'll show you a side angle now of that. Let's do that one more time. I like to do 2 to 3 sets of just 6 reps, nice, slow and controlled. But if you're a beginner, start on flat ground, go down, and then the more flexible you get, the higher the surface, for a larger range of motion. And that is training your spine whenever it is rounded in that flexed position. The last exercise we have is called the back extension. This is probably the more familiar one out of all four. And this is training your lower spine whenever you are in that straightened position. This is gonna help increase your strength for squat, RDLs, deadlifts, where you're having to keep your lower back straight. So you're gonna get that back extension machine again, just like you did for the QL extensions. You're gonna get on it normally. You can grab a weight or you can do body weight, either is fine. I'm gonna grab a weight, hold it close to your chest, go down as far as you can, and then come straight back up, ending in this nice 45-degree angle straight line. Don't hyperflex when you come up, just come to where you're in that nice straight line. Let's do that again. Go down, come up, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the lower back. Everything is nice, slow, and controlled, using zero momentum. And I always like to do 2 sets of 15 to 20 reps. I want this on a higher reps. That's all for the exercises. We trained diagonal, we trained upper back extension, we trained the rounded spine, so spinal flexion, and then now we train the spine in that isometric contraction, keeping it straight the whole way through, just for better longevity. Yeah, and that's it.